Did you ever turn your strict parents' own dumb rules against them? When I was 17, my parents had this one rule they took more seriously than anything else in the world: no phones during family meals. If your phone so much as buzzed at the table, my dad would snatch it, scroll through your messages to check for distractions, and then ground you for a week. It was framed as family bonding time, but really, it was just control. My mom never objected. She enforced it too, with this smug smile every time I got punished. My older brother had already moved out because of how intense things got at home, and I had no doubt I'd follow the same path once I turned 18. The rule wasn't just about phones either. We had to sit in the same spots every night. Dad at the head, Mom to his right, me across from her. We had to wait for Dad to start eating before anyone else could touch their food. And we had to talk about our day, but only the good parts. Any complaints or negativity would get you sent to your room. One Tuesday night, Dad caught me with my phone in my lap under the table. He lost it completely, took my phone, locked it in his room, and grounded me for 2 weeks. But this time, I wasn't texting, I was recording. See, what my parents didn't know was that for the last 2 months, I'd been using that no phones rule as my excuse to record their dinner conversations. I started doing it after they began threatening to send me to some religious boarding school for talking back. The threats got worse every week. They called me names I won't repeat here. They laughed at my plans for college, saying I was too stupid to make it. And one night, my mom even slapped me across the face while my dad said, "That's what disrespect gets you." I knew if I ever told someone, it would be my word against theirs. But if I could prove it, that was different. So I used their own rule against them. Every dinner, I recorded. Quietly, secretly, like they taught me to be. I'd press record before we sat down, slip the phone under my leg, and let it capture everything. The insults, the threats, the way they talked about me like I wasn't even there. The time Dad said he regretted having me. The time Mom said I was ruining their marriage just by existing. When they finally went too far, physically cornering me after I said I wouldn't drop out of school to work at Dad's shop, I went straight to my school counselor the next morning. She helped me file a report with Child Protective Services. At the hearing 2 weeks later, my parents showed up dressed like they were going to church. They brought family friends to say I'd always been difficult. They claimed I was addicted to my phone, rebellious, out of control. They said I made everything up because I didn't like their discipline. Dad even cried when he told the judge how hard it was to raise such an ungrateful daughter. Mom nodded along, dabbing her eyes with a tissue. Then my lawyer pulled out the dinner table recordings. Every insult, every threat, every mocking laugh, every cruel joke, the slap, all of it. My parents sat frozen as the courtroom listened to their voices, saying things they thought no one would ever hear. Dad's face went completely white when his own voice came through the speakers, saying he wished I'd never been born. The judge didn't even need to hear all of it. She ordered me removed from the home immediately and granted temporary emancipation. I moved in with my brother that same week. My parents tried to argue the recordings were illegal because I didn't have permission, but the judge reminded them that they were the ones who insisted on no phones at dinner. They created the very rule that let me record them without them knowing. My dad's precious control finally bit him in the ass, and I never had to sit through another one of their twisted family dinners again.